Thanks. No, I completely agree with Celeste on a number of points, but let's be clear. We need to clean up London's air quality, and I'm not trying to deny that. But that cost can't fall on the poorest in London and on the backs of the smallest businesses, and that's exactly what the ULEZ does. So I live on the other side of London. I live in Chingford, and we don't have good public transport networks. We have an older demographic of people, and we have the hospital just over the other side of the A406. And you've got older people with cars like Nissan Micras and Primaveras, and they make 1-2 trips a week. A lot of those trips are to hospital, and there's no NHS exemptions. And that's the problem here. This policy hasn't been implemented in order to protect the most vulnerable in our society that still need to get to those essential healthcare appointments, still have key worker jobs where they need to travel by car and they're travelling late at night and things like that. There's no blue badge exemption for disabled people. We had the scrappage scheme. The mayor's actually only paid out on a third of the applications for that scrappage scheme, and there's only enough money left to pay for less than 1,000 cars to be scrapped. So it's just not helping, and at the moment it is falling on the backs of the poorest. And I can assure Celeste, if she wants to come, to where I live, and I actually live on the A406 as well, so I'm very keen to clean up the air quality here. But there hasn't been enough exemption. There's not enough protection for the poorest of our society, and things like there hasn't even been a grace period this month, and people be being hammered by this. Especially the elderly that aren't on computers and haven't seen as much from the telly or radio. There's a lot of people unaware of what's going on, and they're going to be hammered with fines this month. When this was rolled out in the central zone, we had a month's grace period, and that's exactly what we should have had here as well.